Hi, I'm Don Schumacher, President and CEO of the National Hospice and Palliative Care Organization, and we're talking about hospice. Now I'm going to talk with you about how the best ways are, I would think, to go about choosing a hospice program. Because as one of my good friends always says, if you've seen a hospice program, you've seen just one hospice program. Not that hospices are all that different in terms of their mission or vision, but different people work there. They're located in different parts of your community. They provide perhaps hospice services plus a wider range of other services. And in order to get the best sense of what's going to fit for you, you need to begin to do some exploring about this and ask some very, very specific questions. You want to know things like, are there physicians, nurses, and social workers all board certified in hospice and palliative medicine? You want to know, do they have 24-hour, 7-day-a-week hospice availability? Are the volunteers available for you at any stage of your illness? Do they have a contract for inpatient services, or do they own their own hospice inpatient facility? And where is that? And how hard is it to get to there from where your home is, should you have to go see a loved one who might be there? These are very, very important and critical questions. You also want to know, in addition to the services that all hospices need to provide, are you providing such things as support groups to people who are caring for loved ones? How comprehensive is your bereavement program? Do you have individual one-on-one counseling? Do you have group counseling? What actually does it look like? And what could I expect as a family member after the death of the patient to figure out whether or not this is the program for me? We have found over and over again that the best word of mouth for hospice care has been a successful hospice experience. So reach out, talk with a neighbor, ask them if they haven't had hospice experience, do they know anyone who has? You will find a wealth of information if you do that because, as you know, people like to talk about experience that they have had, both good and bad, and you'll be able to gather from that whether or not the hospice you're thinking about is one that was successful in providing care to someone else. Start now if you feel as though hospice is going to be necessary for someone in your life in the next couple of months, and don't sit back and wait and have to make a last-minute decision in a moment of crisis. Arrange with your physician a conversation. He or she then can walk you through, in your state, what are the state guidelines, what are the requirements, and what paperwork is necessary for you to identify what treatments are allowable to you in your own mind if you're unable to make decisions for yourself. As a part of that, you will also identify someone who will help make those decisions for you if you are not able to make them verbally aloud yourself. It's a quite critical conversation, and if you don't want someone that you don't know making decisions about your care at the end of life or care as you're going through a serious illness, the time to take care of that is now, and to look at what might be required in your state and important for you to identify prior to becoming very, very ill. It's not an onerous process. It can be confrontive because it's talking about your inability to speak for yourself. But other than that, it is the most necessary thing that you can do, because an unannounced wish is something that casts a very long shadow in a family's life, and you don't want your loved ones wondering for a very long period of time, what did mother want when she didn't have an opportunity to speak for herself? Your opportunity to do the right thing is now. And I think with the amount of information that's available and out there, you'll be able to come to a good decision with your family. Contact our organization, nhpco.org, or your local hospice program, and ask any questions you might have about hospice care. It's critical that the important services are available and necessary for you as you approach this time in your life. Advanced care planning is exceptionally critical. I want to take the opportunity to thank you for listening, and please don't wait too long.